Hey, what's up, yo? I'm back in the lab again, back in my kitchen, and I just wanted to get out here. I got the Macavity, that MA2, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to fuck with this regulator, you know what I'm saying? Get this shit tuned in to where it's supposed to be around that 2300 PSI. So I want to take this thing apart, get into that regulator, and let's get this thing set. So I will tell you that I've already gone ahead and taken this thing apart once. I mean, I completely broke it down. I think I got a picture of it. If I do, I'll get it in this video somewhere. But I took this whole thing apart, except for the trigger assembly. But there's something that broke on the trigger assembly because it's made of plastic. So there's that punch pin on there, and the little plastic piece fell off. So you just gotta be careful with that. Maybe if I get that far, I'll show you. So basically, here's what's going on. Let's see. We got, after I took this apart, I refilled it. It's back up to about 32 PSI. But here's the other thing. I adjusted the regulator too low. So we are at below 1000 PSI on the regulator. So basically I took this whole thing apart. I pulled the regulator out. I might not even have to pull it out this time, because now I know how to get to it. If I can reach it, I should be able to adjust it. But when I took it out and I figured out how to adjust it, I turned it 1.5 times in. So I think what I need to do is definitely back it out at least one full turn, because like I said, I did 1.5, and that got me this very low pressure. So I was at 26, 1.5 turns, so we'll call that 3. It's like 6 per, 600 PSI per every half a turn. So I'm gonna degas this thing, and then I'm gonna take the stock off. Unfortunately, we do have, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out from here if there's an easier way than me breaking the whole thing down. I think there might be, but let me let's start degassing this thing. So let's just get there. It sucks because I just filled it and there's nothing in the regulator because I fucking tuned it too low. So alright, so I'll be back. Alright, so the gun is degassed. We got nothing left in. Let's see. Nothing left in the tanks. I just went in and retightened the excuse me, damn. I just retightened the release valve, the degas valve. So now we're just gonna, this has that one screw, it's a 4 on the Allen wrench thing. And it's just one screw holding in this stock. Basically, you just pull the stock right off. Get that screw out. It's the short screw. So here is what I wanted to show you. So you see where that punch pin is? Right over the trigger. But look, the piece underneath it broke. The little plastic, there was a plastic piece right there. And it broke off. So this whole thing is plastic. It's like, I don't know if it's 3D printed or just molded, but, and I'll show it on this camera too. Right here. You can see right there, that's a good shot. You can see how it's broken off. So I just got to be really careful. So let's get the Donier fell off. And then I drop the shit. All right. So use that. We need, I think it's 2.5. So we have to take this barrel band off too, because basically the regulator is like here, and that's where the adjustment screw is. I don't think I can reach down there that far to get to it. I don't know, we'll see, let's get in there. So we got to take this band off here. And the first time I went in here, I redid like the O-rings. I cleaned it up. I cleaned the barrel, wiped through it a few times. And this is, it's metal, so it slides off. It's not that easy, but it does slide off. Then the next thing I found I had to do is I had to take the barrel shroud off, because if you try to unscrew the air cylinder, the gauges will hit the shroud. So just unscrew this shit. And it screws in from here. I thought it was gonna screw in from the bottom. It screws in from the top, from right where the barrel is. I'll show you the barrel when I take this off. See how long the threads are? And then it's threaded. I don't know if you can see it. It's threaded on the inside of this barrel too. I don't know if you can see it here. Not really. And then it's got these O-rings that kind of like center the shroud, keeps it in place. So here we are. We're here. Another hack video brought to you by TGM Productions. So next we screw this off. Let's just see if we can get, like I said, the regulator's about here, the piece we need to get to. So maybe, and this thing just screws off easy. It's I tried to tighten as much as I can. And then this is the fill piece. And then inside, see that little circle? I don't know, let's see if I can get the light over here, huh? See it? That little screw right in the middle. That's what we need. So let's see. And I think it took this one. I think it did. I can't remember. And I don't know if this is gonna be long enough. That's because I'm adding this little extension here. Oh, it might if this is the right size. All right, hold on. I gotta get in. I gotta pull up a seat for this one. So you just got to bear with me here a second. I think this is still recording here. Oh shit, I put this shit down, it landed right in there. So what we gotta do is I turned it in. So I'm gonna turn it out. That's a half. That's one, I think. Alright, so that's that. I don't know where we are, but I'm about to find out. So it's wicked, like light to turn. There's no clicks or anything like that. So let's get this thing back on. Let's see if this did it. That'd be kind of nice if it did. And I'll say, when I refilled this the first time, it wasn't holding the air. I had to cock the hammer back, so that way it was off the hammer spring, or the hammer pin, valve pin. Let's see if we can get this a little tighter than last time. That's pretty much it. So that's that. Air tank is on. That's where that is. Let's get the... Just a second. And this just goes right over those O-rings. It's weird because, you know, it just pushes these O-rings down, but... And I'll show you, like on my barrel shroud, You see the scratches? Oh, no, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I'll show it here. You see the scratches right there? That's from not having this cylinder turned all the way, and it was scraping up against the gauge. I'm glad my little fucking iFixit kit reaches in there. That's good shit. All right. So that's that. Can't really get a good grip on these fucking things. All right, so that's that. Put the barrel band back on. Put it on the wrong way. Because it's metal, it has no flex either, so you just gotta get that sweet spot for it to slide right on. Shouldn't have to tap. Why is the easiest part giving me the hardest fucking time? I'll be right back. All right, so I think I found out what was wrong. There's a couple of grub screws. Let's see if this fucking camera's on. There's a couple of grub screws in these bottom circles, and they were kind of pushed out a little bit. So now let's see if I can get this fucking thing on. Boom. That's what it was. So yeah, just be careful. There's a couple grub screws right there. I'm just snugging them real quick. And those just tighten on right. Right there. Right there. And then the long screw. Right there. I tried to fucking take a shortcut. So we got the barrel band back on. We have, I think I got the regulator set. It felt like it's seated in there. I think I did a full turn. I'm hoping I did just slightly more. So now it's time to see if we can, let's fill this before we put it back together. So let me go grab the tank and I'll be right back. All right, so here we are. We are back. I don't really like this plastic trigger thing, but hopefully it'll hold out. Let's see if we can get some air connected here. Alright, let's get this hammer cock back. Whoops. Guessing when there's no stock for that safety don't work. So just know that. You know, so let's see what we can do. Let's see if this fills. So that little sound you heard, that's my air hose. My air hose is going bad. I got a new one in the car, but let's see. We are at 2,000 PSI. And we're hitting 2,000 PSI on the reg. We're at 3,000. 36. So I have the reg set a little low. It's at about, it's sitting around 1900. Oh my God. I didn't even fucking record. So I just been talking to the camera for like the last couple minutes without even hitting the record button. But right now, I have the GoPro still recording, though. It still looks like it's still recording, so that's good. But I just refilled the gun. I got the barrel band back on. You might have seen that part. I got the air tank. I just hooked it up. I just filled it. We're at about 3,400 PSI on the tank fill. And the regulator's around 1,900. So I'm just going to push this up to 36 if I can. The tube's nice and warm from that compressed air. So let's see. Boom. So there is the 3,600. It's settling down a little. And the reg's at 19. So what is 1,900 PSI? I'm not even sure what that is. I think, what was it, 20? Let me see. $1,900 PSI in bars. I'll figure it out. Of course, like when I want to find it quick, I can't find it fucking quick. But PSI, let's see. I'm at 1,900 PSI, 2 bars, 1,900. So it's saying 1,900 PSI is 130 bar. I'm trying to, I don't remember, I don't know if that's low for a 30 cal. Like that, I think I wanted it, so 2,600 is 180 bar. 2,800 is 193 bar. What did I say I'm at? I'm at 1,900. So I'm at 130. If I was at 2,200, I'd be at 150. So I'm at 19, which is 130 bar. If I would have been able to get it to 2,200 PSI, I'd be at 150. But so we're gonna see how this fucking does. Let's close this valve. Damn, that shit blew everything away. Let's see how this does. So let me show you. Still hasn't been put back together, but let's see. You can see we are just at that 3,600, and then the regulator is now set at about 19. It's just under, it's in between that line, the 18 and 20. So I'm at least close to where I want to be. So I'm just going to put this back together. What we got? I got the little cap here. Let's move this air tank. We got the stock. It's still going. Yep. So now we just gotta put this shit back together. I just don't like that plastic punch pin. You see it? See how exposed it is? So hopefully that doesn't have too much of an effect. Now this part I actually had to struggle with too. Like I said, the easiest shit, putting the last screw back in, I actually sat there and had a problem with. Alright. Just gotta get that shit to engage. Go. Cool. So we got this back on. So we looks good. Let me just decaulk this. I think, yeah, that was still caulked. Cool. So that's tight. Everything is tight. Like I said, I gave it a cleaning earlier. I just got to throw the scope back on after all this moving around. We're just about 20 on the reg. Still holding that 36. So there it is. We just we just adjusted the regulator on a Macavity Arms MA2. Now it's just a matter of getting this shit over to Crony and seeing what we get for some numbers. Hopefully this will get us into that 780. That 880 range that the box says that it advertises for. So there we go. Now next up, the spot. So MA2, Macavity Arms MA2, regulator adjustment, live from the lab. So I'm gonna get at y'all again soon. Hopefully this works and y'all learn with me if it does or not. So deuces.